subscribe. This crypto rival, the really drives you out. Let's hit the like button now.
I just wanna hold you. I just wanna look into your eyes and tell you that I want you. You know you make me feel so alive. Can't stop thinking about you day and night. Love it when you kiss me, love it when we touch. Every time I'm down, yeah, you make me smile. You're the solution. You are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are. You are the solution. You are the solution. You are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are. You are the solution. You are the solution. Everything I needed. I never thought I'd meet someone like you. You know you are the reason. The reason why I feel like I can fly. Thinking about you day and night. I love it when you kiss me, love it when we touch. Every time I'm down, yeah, you make me smile. You're the solution. You are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are. You are the solution. You are the solution. You are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are. You are the solution. You are the solution. I wanna hold your head, you're everything that I desire. Every time we touch, we can set the world on fire, world on fire. I wanna hold your head, you're everything that I desire, I desire. Every time we touch, we can set the world on fire, world on fire. I just wanna look into your eyes. You know you make me feel like I'm alive. You are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are. You are the solution. You are the solution. You are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are. You are the solution. You are the solution. I wanna hold your head, you're everything that I desire. Every time we touch, we can set the world on fire, world on fire. I wanna hold your head, you're everything that I desire, I desire. Every time we touch, we can set the world on fire, world on fire.
Testing 1 2, testing 1 2.
Got a two-tongue weight from my hairline to my backbone, and it's dragging me around, but I don't listen. All your critics on red, mind your own business. That's right. Better run red lights. Now watch me fly. Got an angel to my left, devil to my right. We're going down. Hit the road, Jack. Won't come back, no. You can sign me. With the devil in my hand, now here's to the cheaters. Hey, 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 all your critics on red. This one's on me. Oh yeah, that's right. Got an angel to my left, devil to my right. We're going down. Little while I got these ties. Those who survive know the one more time. Forth and back, just like that. What comes around goes around, my man. Say hey, hey, say hey, hey. Forth and back, and just like that, you go down for heaven's gate. I gotta tell
and gentlemen, here we go. Are you ready?
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the midday version of the late night crypto charts with Road Dog Show. Coming to you live at 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on a Tuesday. I feel like I'm getting an echo. Here. All right, if you guys hear an echo, let me know. I'll have to address that and try to fix that little guy. Looking at the charts, man, on the daily. Can we ask for anything better than a green day? This echo's about to drive me wild. All right, so I'm seeing no complaints from you guys, so we're just rocking with the show, and I'll pretend it's just on my end where I'm hearing this echo. We shall continue here, taking a look at Bitcoin today. Nice little bounce from this little area that we had about 41,000, 42,000 right through there. You know, the bears were calling, oh gosh, we're going back to 30,000. But no, we got to bounce off of this dotted trend line that we had there. Never did make it back to the solid trend line at 40,500, which is cool with me. I'm cool with that. A bounce there. And now we're facing the possibility of getting some rejection where we are currently now, about 43.5 at the top of this trend line. If we can break above this, confirm this area and hold this little line here, 43.5. We can hold that. We got a chance of moving up to this little short-term target here of 45,000. Pretty good, pretty interesting, I think. What does this mean for your altcoins? Because that's why you're here, right? Well, for your altcoins, things are looking pretty juicy because Bitcoin dominance is coming to the downside. If you look at my cheat sheet, when you see the Bitcoin dominance goes down, and Bitcoin kind of stays stable sideways, kind of like what it's doing, well, altcoins tend to go up. Or if Bitcoin dominance is coming down and Bitcoin is, you know, going up, often slowly, we start getting into altcoin season. Now, we are not in altcoin season yet by any stretch of the imagination, but we do have a nice little altcoin rally on our hands here. Now, we could be inching closely to an altcoin season if this situation over here, up on your top right over here, total 3 altcoin indice that we're covering here. If it can break above this dotted trend line, it tried it over here. We got rejected because we had a little double bottom on Bitcoin dominance, which kind of gave us a little rejection there. If it can bust up above that, possibly even retest it, we're looking for a possible parabolic move in altcoins, meaning they're about to blast through the freaking roof, ready to rock. I'm leaning toward that theory. Now, a lot depends on Tether dominance, stablecoin dominance, which we're kind of eyeballing down here in the lower right of this chart, right behind this zombie guy. Maybe I should turn him off there. Zombie guy, where are you, zombie? All right, so right back here where I've got this little guy pointing down, we were working on a double bottom, but we got rejected up here. If we are fortunate enough for this to continue down and make a lower low, which it looks like it's trying to do, the scenario that we're looking at of busting up on altcoins, well, it's more likely, more probable, and more likely to come our way. The chances of this breaking down to the downside is probably in our favor because the value of the dollar over here, just right to your left, right behind me, get out of the way, right behind me, the value of the dollar is coming down. That should also influence U.S. Tether dominance behind my little dancing girl to also come down, and that will benefit us. That's the scenarios that I'm looking for out of this. And we have to watch total 3 carefully. If we start seeing another rejection over here, it just means some sideways. We'll have some altcoins popping off, some of them dropping, changing in and out. We're seeing that already. But let's look at the ones that we've been following here on the channel, some of them, some new ones. And if you guys got anything you want me to check out Hey, when hit Aquitta's in the house, just throw it in the chat and we will stick that up there too. Right now, I'm going to come over and we're going to talk about a few. This little guy I mentioned a lot on my channel. This little guy is my dark horse. He was one of my dark horses last run. So why would I treat him any differently this time? It's not one of the real popular ones that you hear about, but it is one of the ones that can help you get that life-changing money goal that I assume that you and many others are trying to accomplish during this bull run. This coin can help you, and it's not out of the range just yet. It's getting there though. So this is probably one of the last times that you will have to check out this coin before she starts blasting off. Now, why do I say this? If you watched my channel before, you've already been through this. This is Decred. It is a proof of work, proof of stake hybrid, privacy. It's a very, very cool project. But she has been laying down here between amazing prices. $11. That's cheaper than I remember getting into it last time. What am I hearing here? I'm hearing my phone. That's what I'm hearing. All right, that was the echo. And my buy zone originally for getting the best prices between $11 and $14, and I tried to scoop up as much as I could there. I am also, DCA'd around $20. In my personal opinion, anywhere around $22 or under, as close as you can get to around $20 on this guy. Perfect. Why do I say that? That's expensive, road dog. It's $20. Well, let me remind you that the last time that we were down in these areas right here, $12, $11, we were in that little range. We got up to our $20 levels. This is where I started getting really turned on to this. I started buying it probably about $15, $13, $14. Bought a few, nibbled. It started going up around 20. I nibbled a few more, but then it started going up a little bit, and I'm like, I'm done. I'll wait for it to come back down, whatever. It never did, people. As soon as we got past that little $25 mark, what did it do? It made a steady, huge, phenomenal climb all the way up here to about $70, a little bit of a pull back to 50, and then where we're on, it just steadily climbed to 138, 150, 170, all the way up to its peak at 248. It wasn't playing around. I mean, the little give and take here, we are on the weekly chart, but it was pretty much just up right above that 9 moving average the whole way. That's some amazing returns. That's almost a guaranteed 10x right there. In my personal opinion, this guy can do the same thing, and possibly as our markets are evolving and we're starting to see the value of some of these, this one does have value. This one does. But it has got enormous potential to recreate these same ideas, same gains, very fast, very quickly. And that's why I'm sold on Decred. I've been in it before, I wrote it before. I'm riding this little baby again. Can't wait. But she is moving now. Hot, showing those early stages. And with any coin that is moving that you like, you may not even like this one, but there's some signs that you want to watch on the charts to kind of help you navigate them. And one of the things is being above the 9 moving average, and especially the higher time frames you go when you're riding above that 9, the better off you are. This one has just popped off. Shout out to Decred and anybody that's been watching my channel. If you guys have popped into this guy, even if you got in right back here yesterday when it was just hanging around $16. Look how much you went up. It went up to $26. That was a 57% return. And if you didn't take profit and you're still hanging in, you're still up 25% just on that little breakout move. So congratulations and shout out to all you guys that have been watching me, been following, and, took your chances with Decred because she is blasting off. Early stages, still not too late to get in. I'm just saying. From Decred, I want to take a look at this guy. Love this little guy. Bit Tensor. She got a little bit of a pullback, came and nibbled at my buy zone. I was very skeptical about that. I was wondering if this was what she would do. A lot of times I'll put out some buy zones, and you know, I give you a good little range with some targets. And I did say I think she may just do this, may just come and tap our buy zone and start going the other way, which is what she's doing. And I am not disappointed in that at all. I like that. Now, it's a little concerning that she broke this little trend line here, just to dip below it to get to these targets there. She came down as low as 250 and bounced off the 382 Fibonacci. Now, guys, for your longer, when you look at this longer term, when you get a run like this and you get a bounce off of either the 236 or the 382, and we start making higher, especially if we make a higher high, just know you've got some big price action coming here. It's going to make another big juicy wave. And I'm actually looking at these targets right up here, about $568 from this move. That's my next target for this. Huge. If you're not in Tau, is it too late? Well, it's kind of expensive. It is. But this coin has a very low supply, which is going to help, just like Bitcoin. It's got the same amount of Bitcoin, same amount of supply as Bitcoin, 21 million, which will help it gain some market dominance. Is an AI Oracle play, if I'm not mistaken. They're doing some very cool things with AI. There's several cool AI projects out there. One of them I will share with you in just a moment. I shared it with my last night's stream, but I am really sold on it. And if you're interested, do your due diligence on it, and you may be finding the next big AI gem. I'm really impressed with what these guys are doing that I'm getting ready to show you. But Tau, next move could moonbag you, even getting in late. So not too early for Tau. Of course, the juiciest prices were to get in, you know, at these bottoms around $60. And shout out to you guys that did and were paying attention and watching my videos, because man, I've been talking about Tau for over a year, and it's taken her a while, but now she's found her path. She's on her way. And I was looking for some possible pullbacks to these areas. Got my little stop limits, you know, my little buy orders in there, but they're not going to get hit, guys. This one is just too bullish. This one has got a lot of potential in its future. On the daily, we got the buy signal here on Market Cipher. Got that little green dot there. Everything is looking good for the daily. This guy is poised to go up. Now, if we come and look at the 4 hour, looking good here. She's going to have a little bit of struggle to get our moving averages straightened out on the 4 hour. So it's not just going to be straight up only. She's probably going to do a retest of this particular trend line that she broke out of. So if you're not in this would be an opportunity possibly to get back in at some of these juicy little prices. Look for her to come back and retest the breakout area, maybe about $284. We're currently sitting at $327, so that is a nice little discount from where we are. It's possible, no guarantees that will happen, but if you target your 9 and 21 moving averages for pullbacks, you'll catch it eventually. All right, guys, from here, haven't looked at this one in a while, but this one's on a tear. It's OP Optimism. She's making some advances, man. She's doing some things. Going to look at this one on the daily here. We were following this. I've got a lot of noise on this chart here with this Fibonacci. Since I've got it up there, I'm just going ahead and mark that little guy right there. That is one potential target that I've got for OP is $4.65. Currently, we're sitting at $3.29. I'm sorry, we're sitting at $4.07 right now. A little bit more that we could go to reach that target. Is that going to be the final target? Well, no, man. Honestly, I think we're just getting started here. I want to zoom out on Optimism. We are making a series of higher highs and higher lows, and that's what we want to see in this market, right? All right, so I'm just going to zoom out, track this on a little bit bigger of a time frame here on the 3-day. So what I'm doing is I'm taking this bottom trend line here. Very important to me. Price travels in a channel, meaning that it has an angle on the top and the bottom, and it respects that. So I take that, I copy it, and drag it up to our points of resistance here. the candle wicks, the candle bodies, and even up to the furthest. And we are working on trying to actually break out of this channel. Technically, you could say that we did from the initial structure here, and we've done it before and fell back into it, which could also happen again if we see we do get rejection there. Now, we do have a higher high there, and I just want to point out, let's draw a fib here, and let's get our little higher high target. We have hit our higher high target, right? We're in rejection area right here with these fibs. That's what this is, the 127. That means, you know, it's probably time for a pullback. So do expect a pullback out of OP if you are in it. Not a bad thing. It's just more than likely coming back to these areas right here. About 329, retest this little area. So I am anticipating, since we're getting a little rejection there, probably come back, retest that, breakout above, kind of stair stepping up. So higher highs, higher lows, OP's on the move. But if you need to add to your OP bag, you will probably get a chance to do that. I'm just saying. What I would do is, just as I said earlier, on 4-hour time frame, I would target the 9 and 21 moving averages, and they are coming in right here, which I think makes a good little buy target, about 348. Now, when it pulls back, I do expect it to keep on moving on and keep on trucking, because this one's on fire, showing some good signs here on the larger time frames that, baby, altcoin. I don't know about a true altcoin season, but we are in the midst of a nice strong rally. Another little guy I want to bring your attention to is Scale, a layer 2 scaling solution for Ethereum, gaining some traction here. This one is listed by Token Metrics as a good possibility to 100x or more. It's one reason why we follow it on this channel. I'm on the 3-day chart here, and it's got some good little signs going on. Got some nice crosses over the 200 moving average here from the 9 and 21. Beautiful, beautiful. We also had a breakout of this trend line. We broke out once, fell below it, not a good sign. That was a little disappointing for me, but we came down, bounced off this 200, and now we exploded out of it. This one had the volume. That's why it was disappointing to see it come back into the trend, into this trend line here. But technically, we were looking at it at the extremes with the wicks. Now, normally I would just go from body to body, and if I looked at it that way, you would see this as a retest of that area, your strongest area, and a bounce off of that. To me, that's the more correct thing. We just put that trend line up there because we were dealing with, are you breaking out or not? Are you going to get rejected? And of course you did. So a little different ways I play my trend lines there. I really like to go from body to body for at least 2 of my touches in there. And there's a conference there where it touches off this wick and the wicks down here. So very great way to draw your trend lines. I got to target it at 11.6 cents. We are where we are headed with Scale. So if you're in it, that's a good place to look at possibly paying yourself a little bit. But this one's got some potential, it's got some legs, and 30 cents would be my next target up from this, giving you a nice little 3 or 4x from here. From where we are currently up to that target, that's 338% gains. Where we're headed with Scale, and it ain't stopping there, baby. It ain't stopping there. I'm still looking at 77 cents for you diamond hand hodlers there, you long-term traders there, you guys that hate to hit that sell button. That would be a good place to hit that sell button. It's probably 77 cents. Not sell all your bag, but do take some profit. Save yourself. Buy it back cheaper. Do something. Whatever you do, don't just ride the whole ride. It's not the worst mistake that you can make in crypto. But I mean, if you're an investor, you're more likely to buy in and just, I'm holding on, baby, holding on. Well, it's easy to ride the roller coaster to the top and ride it all the way back down to the bottom. At some points, when you get to the tops of the roller coasters, before you start seeing it coming back down, or maybe when you start coming back down, pay yourself a little bit. Get some of that cotton candy. Get something. I don't know. Whatever you do on roller coasters, when you start going down, throw your hands up. Pay yourself a little bit, and when it comes back down to a dip, if you're interested, pick up a little bit more. And we just keep riding the ride, and you'll grow your bags a lot better than just riding it through the whole thing. You just watch your portfolio go up and down, up and down, up and down, and then at the end, well, I didn't make as much as I thought, because you gotta work it just a little bit, not all of it. My advice is never sell your whole bag. Never sell your whole bag, because you will kick yourself as soon as you will do that one day. As soon as you sell your whole bag, and a day later, or maybe 5 seconds after you do it, she rockets. You're like, TRB did that to me. I accidentally sold my whole bag, $23. Where's TRB now? Let's talk about that. Teller. This one, man, I kick myself to this day. $189. So one other thing psychologically that you got to watch out for in this market is that when you hold a bag, you got into it, maybe you bought it too high, you're riding it down, and that's when the psychology starts really messing with you. You're like, God, man, if this thing ever go up, oh, it's finally, oh gosh, you're finally starting to go up. Oh my God, you're in profit. Oh, let me sell, get out of this thing. Ooh, I never want to go through that again. Oh my God, you're just 5x'd. What? Yeah, that's what happens. So my rule is never sell all my bag. I always want to keep a portion of it, keep something. I didn't do that with Teller. I made that mistake unknowingly. I had a limit order set that I forgot about. I'm out. Missed it. Great gains out of Teller, man. Shout out to you guys that are in Teller. I play it on the futures, but I got a target 208 that we're kind of edging up toward on Teller. Things look really nice, riding above the 9 moving average. Very heavy here. Now, there are chances for pullbacks, and those pullbacks could be extreme, even down to about 138. So just keep that in mind. It's kind of doing some funky patterns at the moment. And if I do my little line trick, so far we're good for a possible move to the upside there. Coming down to the 4 hour, let's take a look at this. And are you showing some weakness? No, it's not. It is a little tired, and it dips below the 9 moving average to bounce off the 21, which is normal on any run that you see to this market. This is gold that I'm giving you right here. These moving averages, it's a 5 moving average strategy. Your 9 and your 21 will help you navigate these moves up. When you deviate from those two, you need to think about doing something with your trades or your positions, your investments, or whatever, because things can change. It's more important on the weekly and the daily, but we watch that also on the 4 hour for our swing trades. It could be happening, and we could be getting tired, lose that, and fall into this green Ichimoku cloud, drag us down a little bit. Not so great, but the good news is that, you know, you might be bouncing off that little trend line here. We'll keep that in mind. TRB, man, it just keeps going up. Crazy. ASTR is another one. Very interesting project. A-Star. This one was brought up on one of my live streams by one of our subscribers, DeFi Guy. And never heard of it. I got confused with another project. When I dived into it a little bit, I was like, this one's got legs. This one's got potential. I want in on this little guy. And now we're sitting at 13 cents. Guys, we're following this guy way over here. 4 cents. Talk about getting your X's in. But look at this nice little wick we had right up here. You know, what gets wicked often gets candlesticked. That is the saying. That was at 22.97 cents. Is there a possibility that we are going back up to that target? Well, the way that TA works, I would say there's a very, very good possibility that we're going to go back up and tap that again or come really, really close to it. I've got a measured move at 19 cents and 61 or 19.61 cents right here, which it blasted through. Still a viable target for this uptrend. You can see right here the rounded price action here. We are in the midst of a parabolic move after getting a nice double bottom. This guy has a lot of potential in my personal opinion. Now, its previous high up here was right around 33 cents. Will we see that again? I have no doubts that we will. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a longer term target here, which I have no doubts that it will blast through this one during this run. We got 2 years of this, baby. This target is not 2 years away. This target may just be weeks away, about 42 cents right there. Currently sitting at 13, that would give you about a 3 or 4x to your A-star bags. At 42.25 cents, I likes it. Let me go ahead and put this other little guy up there because A-star gets a little bit antsy. A little overzealous, it seems, and 46 cents is on the table for a higher target there. So if I were looking at playing this guy and wanted to get back in, well, I would be looking back here about 10.5 cents, possibly, hopefully, as a prayerful target that it may retrace to. But let's see if we can do something a little bit more exact here. I will also look at 0.1 cent. If you can get it at or 10 cents. If you can get it at a dime or as close to a dime as you can, I think you're doing pretty good. We have flipped this previous high over here, and that's coming in at 11.49. Now, if she's really, really bullish, that might be the best price that you get. A bounce off of that resistance before she carries on up to those targets, about 23 cents. So A-star, if you're in it, you're doing great. If you're not in it, well, there's chances to get in it. Play it smartly. Don't just FOMO. She has got a lot of potential here. There's also another possible little hiccup area there for you guys. Top of this trend line right here, coming in right about 15.5 cents. You may see a little bit of a pullback right there. Might be seeing some rejection, or it may just blast through like it did before. A-star, we likes it. Another little guy that I'm looking at is S-Fund. SUIP over on, now I'm trading on MEXC here. Or charting on MEXC here. And trading a lot on MEXC. I still not got to that golden gem that I promised you guys. I'll try to remember to do that after we look at this one. Sorry about that. SUIP fund on KuCoin. Let's take a look at this. She's getting a little bit of a pullback after coming up to what, 4.68 cents. That's pretty juicy. I don't think this is not where I had it charted, but we can do it here. We're good. Let's go ahead and look at where we've been to see where we can go. Falling wedge? Yeah. Target already been hit, but we can pull it anyway. And it looks like we may be retesting that little target area. So that's an interesting. I'm going to put a horizontal line right there. Looks like we retested that almost perfectly. All right, so I like that idea. That means it's has a good possibility to hold this area as support. So our measure move from the bottoms, this was accumulation. This is when you should have been stacking up your bags. If you're, doing the investment strategy, if you're trading or just, day trading and stuff like that, your strategies are totally different. But if you want to make that real life-changing money, the slow, steady, accumulate the bottoms with the whale strategy like we've been going over for the past 16, 18 months on this channel. That's the key to wealth right there. That's the key to not having to go back to that 9 to 5 unless you just really love it. That's the key that makes me sit at home all day and just look at charts, do YouTube videos. I don't like working for some company that wants to control my life and control my weekends and this and that. And God bless you people. Those of you that are in food service and in retail and working in the malls and I don't know. A lot of you are. There's a way out. And it's called crypto. And if you watch my channel, join my Telegram group, which is totally free. Ask questions. I will do my very best to help you get there. I am for you guys, because I was one of you guys. Sometimes life will throw kinks in all your plans that you plan on doing. Maybe you went and got that college degree, but maybe something happens where, well, that's just not going to work out. Things didn't work out that way. You end up in some dead-end job, some dead-end career, trying your best, doing the best for you and your family, always trying to make a leg up, and it's just hard. Like, why can't I ever make it? You see all these people out there who just seem to have everything. You look at all these crypto people and watch YouTube videos, and they're throwing $20,000 into this, and you're like, man, I can barely even get $25 together. I'm for you guys. I'm going to help you get here. $22 possible coming out of C2Fi Fund. Long-term gains there. Right now, we're getting a little bit of a pullback. I say don't buy it yet. Or maybe we are getting a bounce off this area. I like that part. That's a good sign that maybe we're here in an area. All right, so technically on this pattern, we're flagging out. Now, when it comes to these flags, I'm a little bit different than some of these guys that you will see. They just immediately see a flag and go, wow, we're going to the upside. What they fail to see is, like, sometimes these flags will play out below the trend. It will break this trend. And then they're like, we're going to the upside. And then that didn't happen. Well, that's the reason why, because it breaks that trend line. A lot of times that will kill that trade. But if it flags out above that trend line, something that either they don't know, don't care about, well, you got a higher chance of success there. We've actually got two measure moves here. If we get a breakout of this flag area, we'll have to, you officially put the measure move where the breakout is, so you will have to adjust it. We're kind of guessifying. Just this target alone gets us up to 642. Well, I'm sorry, 603. Let me get that there. I like to put a little blue line there for my measure move targets, just so I know that's what they are. There is also a more beefier measure move, ballsier. No guarantees that this will hit. However, if we're really in a bullish market, if this is a bullish trend right now that we're on, a good, solid, strong trend, then yeah, we'll see it hit. And that will be amazing. And I'm going to line this up right here at the base of this trend line, right here, since I'm guessing. And that's giving us about $7.75 possible out of C2Fi for measure move. And that is the more ballsier one. It is. About 775, 773, 774, right through there in that area. And do remember that these are zones. And yeah, there are a lot of times on these charts, and when I chart it, that number will go up and just nail it perfectly. But you can't count on that. You've always got to look at this as being a zone. Any target that you get from a measure move, even on your Fibonacci's, keep in mind that this is a zone. So what you need to do is just give yourself a little wiggle room on each side of that. In other words, you front run it. And maybe throw some targets a little bit above it, just to be on the safe side. Just approach it as a zone and you're good. But C2Fi on the daily chart, this is the daily, looking awesome. On the 4 hour where we are now, it's got a little bit of a struggle, but bouncing off the 21, bouncing off this area down here, 316. There might be a chance that it comes back down to about 345, 346 for a nice little entry position. Just saying, throwing that out there. If you're not in and you want to be in, it's a pretty decent place to get in for what potentially could happen. Glimmer, Cosmos, or the Glimmer, I think is technically on, is it Kusama? Or is it on Polkadot? Kusama is a sister chain to Polkadot. Those ecosystems are starting to pop off. They're worth looking at. Early stages of this ecosystem popping off. Moon River already blasted through. We need to take a look at that one. She's getting a pullback. So here was the trend line that we were under. This is what we were looking at. Rising wedge, broke to the upside, retested it, and then blasted off. This is a bearish pattern. When bearish patterns break out to the upside, retest, this is what to expect. Keep that in mind at this point in the market. This will not last through this whole cycle. It's only in this one little gifted area of the cycle that we're in right now, right before we go into a major markup. Right before this run starts, we can start seeing all these rising wedges break to the upside and parabolic moves out of these altcoins. Nice pop-offs. This is a great time to be in crypto and be in altcoins, in my personal opinion. Awesome time. So let's look here. What we got? What do we got? Moving out on Glimmer. She got lackluster, man. She got down to 16, 17, 18 cents. Hats off to you guys that bought that. There was a support resistance flip right here, about 31 cents. If we ever get a pullback, that's an area to look for. It might come back and retest these lower 30 cent areas there. Just saying. I mean, we've got to flip this area. 56 cents? Support resistance area there before we can get up to some more upside. I'm willing to bet I've got a Fibonacci area there. Probably let's see. Really close to that. If I put you here, yeah, from that leg. Doesn't quite nail it though. Interesting. Now we are above that area, so that's good. For that, that's hopeful. Good. So far, so good. Let me get some other areas that we need to pay attention to. This one right here, yeah. Oh, that lines up beautifully. I'm just going to tighten that up. All right, so this area right here, $1.52. So with my strategies, and right now at this point in the game, I am using Fibonacci's a lot to figure out price action because, well, it works at this point in the game really, really well. I'm looking at 147 as the main target to kind of go for because we've got to get above that. If we don't, we're going to range in here in accumulation for a little while longer. Don't want to play that game. I want to break out above that and go. So we're headed toward 145. Remember, it's a zone, 145, 146, 147. If we are lucky enough to break above that, we will gradually stair step through these Fibonacci's and we will come up to about 372, at which point highly likely that, you know, might find some rejection there, get a stronger pullback that would let you sell and buy back cheaper if that's your strategy for working with this. Otherwise, it's just a nice little profit taking area. Now that's just for beginners here. I got to do this all over again on a higher move. And okay, and I like what I see because we got confluence. All right, so and then this would be our next version of that, which we've already got marked. So we've got enough targets here to hold us right now. These are some very viable targets that I definitely see coming into play, especially 372, believe it or not. That one right there is where we are headed. Slowly but surely out of Glimmer seems impossible now. That's almost a 10x from where we are now. Does that mean that you should FOMO in? No, it does not. It means that if you are wanting to get into Glimmer, you need to wait for a little pullback because it is coming. Glimmer is going to be coming down in price right now. Yep, she is. I know she had a nice little run. But if you're trying to get into Glimmer, right here is the area you want to look at. Got two of them for you. So how I like to do this when I'm trying to build a position is put my limit orders in here, maybe in between, maybe a little early just to get that little extra nibble, just in case. She might bounce off that 50. It's possible. Little Cloud's telling me that we probably hit 43, maybe even 38 cents out of Glimmer. If we do, great place to add it to your bags. Think about that, getting at 38 cents and then getting out of it at almost 10x up here at the main target we got for a longer term hold. It's not even showing up on this chart because I put it out there too over there too far. 374. Yeah. Getting at 38. That's a 10x. I'm giving you a 10x possibility if you got the patience to wait and play it properly. 10x right here, right in front of you. Life changing money. Just saying, not financial advice, just crypto opinion. I'm just a dude on the internet. But I'm on your side. All right, so the AI play that I mentioned last night on my stream, I want to mention it here now. It's called Cubic. There's another coin very similar to it, and it's not it. So you want to be Cubic with a C. It's only available on 2 exchanges right now. What I like about this one is their approach for AI. This is proof of work, which I'm very big on. I like proof of work over proof of stake any day. More decentralized, more fair launches. Just a better overall thing. All right, tiny market cap for this one, which means it can do huge things. This one's trading at 0.000003 cents. It is almost at its all-time low at 249. It is a relatively new coin, been out since November. Its all-time high was 731. This is fractions of a penny on this guy. How this works, most like your ASIC miners and things like that, they're solving the hash algorithm, right? Well, instead of solving these cryptographic problems, puzzles, basically, what if instead of wasting our time on puzzles, games, what if that puzzle or game was actually training AI, training machine language, training AI to learn? That counts as your proof of work. Holy crap! Love that. We may see mining get revolutionized through this type service, where we put an actual use case to mining, where that little puzzle, which was of no value other than, for security, becomes that and more, where we actually have a use case for that. That's huge. This is huge. Love it. So I'm really looking into this AI training service, Trusty Services, Block Explorer. It's a layer 1 AI. It's amazing. I like it. Just throwing it out there for you guys. I'm sure eventually I will do a video. But imagine when this gets picked up on the other exchanges. Gets picked up on MEXC. Gets picked up on, Coinbase, Crypto.com. Do you think it's going to be at 0.00003, or do you think we're going to erase some of these zeros, like maybe 2 or 3 of them? If I've ever run across a possibility of a coin that may 1000x, I honestly believe I found one right here. All right, so the deal is with this one, and I'm not shilling. Do your own research. Don't trust. I just found out about this one recently, but I really like what I'm seeing here, so I just want to share it with you guys. It's available on Trade Ogre and SafeTrade. Now, I was not familiar with them. I checked out SafeTrade, and I gotta say, I like it. I've got them pulled up. Is this it? No, that's the search. Where are you, SafeTrade? Dude, I just had you right here. So I've got them pulled up over here. Now I threw a couple $100 over there, and that's all I did. Just threw a couple $100 over there. But I want to encourage you guys to branch out and get some good exchanges. They're getting harder to find, especially with the KIC stuff and all that, right? No KIC required on this. It's a spot trading account, no futures. A lot of them like to go with futures, and that's where all the regulation stuff really starts intertwining. But the spot exchanges I really like, and be able to get some of these low cap altcoins. They got a lot of good ones over here, a lot of things that are kind of hard to find. So having an exchange like this, great idea. There is a link in the description if you'd like to help support the channel. It doesn't cost you a thing, but if you use that link or use that code when you go sign up, all you need is an email and password. That's all you need on this. Of course, I do recommend that when you buy spot, pull it off your exchanges. Be safe. Don't be dumb and leave it over there. But a lot of stuff to choose from over here that you just don't see everywhere, and that's always good. Getting in on these coins early. some that are harder to come across, some that you may not be able to get to because of your location. These are some workarounds around that, so I like that. So I bought some cubic, and I've also got one other limit order set to get it. I'm sitting on almost 50,000. Is that right? How many cubic do I have? 49 million cubic that I got. If this thing 100x's, hell, even 10x's, which you know that's easy thing to do in this market right now. Man, I'm sitting on $2,000. If you do 1,000x, like I think that you can, it's $200 could go a lot. So I like that. So SafeTrade. And let's see, let's take a look at cubic. We'll just go ahead and use their charts because. And another thing that I want to bring home about this exchange. This is what you don't see a lot on MEXC, a lot of your decentralized exchanges, especially on a lot of your leverage trading things, is the markets. You got BTC pairs. I am huge on BTC pairs. If you are trying to really make money in this market, trading BTC pairs, growing that Bitcoin, that is what it's all about to me, man. They have got, even for a small exchange, that is a huge selection of BTC pairs. Guys, when we start trading BTC pairs, we can seriously make come-ups. When we go from alt season to Bitcoin season, flipping back and forth, this is a secret to trading the market that is very overlooked because people just don't do it because there's not many exchanges that offer this option. Binance was the only other place that I've seen that has a good BTC pair listing. So I'm getting really excited about SafeTrade Exchange. So I'm just throwing that out there for you guys. You need these possibilities if you really want to make some life-changing money. So SafeTrade. After we went over that, where's the SafeTrade thing? Let's go to the chart and take a look at it. At Qubit. Let's go to the. And I'm on the Bitcoin pair. Well, let's look at the Bitcoin pair. Let me give you an example here. Come on, SafeTrade. I'm not logged in. Gosh darn it. Now I am, right? Okay. All right, so here's our chart here, right? This is it against Bitcoin. It was up here. What gets wicked off against candlestick? We follow those prices, right? We're sitting at our lows here, even in the BTC pair. Man, I can't even get you. Yes. Imagine this thing going up. We're sitting at micro Satoshis, below Satoshis for this. One Satoshi would buy you a good supply of this. That's how cheap it is. Look, just getting back up to levels we had before, you would 3x your Bitcoin. Getting back up to this area over here. You could put a quarter. You could not put a quarter of a Bitcoin. You would ruin the whole market. But if you put 0.01 Bitcoin in, you would come out with 0.08 Bitcoin, possibly. I mean, you got some opportunities here, especially if this grows and gets on the other exchanges. But this is just the Bitcoin pair that we're looking at right here, right? Let's check this out on the US dollar pair. It makes a little bit more sense to our minds. She's getting a little bit of a retracement. She is coming down. That's why I've got my limit orders in there. So she broke this trend line. And I will drive this home. This is one of the most important lessons that you can learn in TA, in my personal opinion. It was one of the last lessons that I learned that really, I was like, oh, one of my last aha moments. And I don't know why I knew it, but it did something. This part didn't click because you watch so many of these guys, like what I talked about earlier. I mean, yeah, you got your little flag there. You broke out to the downside, but what happened? It went up. Did it make that big move? This is a lesson right here. Let's go ahead. This is education right here on Qubit chart. We talked about this just on one of the recent charts. This is what a lot of your savvy YouTubers will do. They'll give you the targets up here. What's going up here? Blah, 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 the flag. But when you negate this trend line that we broke, you're losing a lot of information there because it rejected off of that trend line and then made a lower low. That was wrong. And the reason, and this is the thing, I don't want to call out any names, but I see there's another YouTuber, there's this TA that's kind of similar to mine because, you know, we went from the same training place. But I see him do this all the time, and he misses it because of that. Always expecting that higher one. That trend line is extremely important. Once you break it, unless it breaks up above it, you're getting rejected off of it. Count on it. And there's no guarantees that you'll even go up to do it. A lot of times you just drop from there. So we're throwing that out there. So we did get rejected here. We're coming down for a higher low now. Where are we coming down to? This is a good area for support. Surprisingly, right where we're at. But if we go lower, I do have a limit order set. My limit order is set. I've got an open order here. Where's mine set? 1630, 1632. I got it low. All right, so let's do a Fibonacci and let's see, how did I get to that price place? Swing low, swing high. I don't know if I got that wick when I figured out my thing. I'm at. Do you really? I think the information changed. No? I don't think so. Do I need to readjust my... Actually, yeah, I'm going to cancel this order. I'm going to redo it right here on the live stream. As things change in the price action, I can't draw a line. So my next two targets are right here. And I'm trying to build a bag of this guy, so my strategy is to put some limit orders here to catch this as it comes down. If she still comes down further, I may put some more money over there in case she does come back down to retest this area. Because I want to keep building a bag of this. I'm in accumulation mode for this particular coin. So 21.63 and 11.58. That's where I'm going to try to buy this guy. I got $51 left over here that I have not put into this guy. So put that price, and I want to change it to 21.63. Put half of my stack there. That would be what, $25. All right, so I got that order, and then 11.58 is my next one. Come down here and change this to 11.58. Put the rest of it on there. That, if I get that one, that would buy me another 22 million. A lot, almost half of what I got. Definitely want to do that. Will it go down there? I may not ever get these targets hit. I doubt that it'll even come down to this one because it's support resistance area at 11.58. Might not even make it down to 11.58. Taking a chance on this one. I likes it. Let's move on to something else after I've already shared that with you. Guys, we were just talking about exchanges and everything, and one of the things I'm going to start doing here on this channel, especially on the late night stream, we'll be covering that. I've got this account over on BitUnix. They trade spot and crypto. Friendly for those of you in the US. I highly recommend it. No KYC required. And I started this. I deposited $100 over here, traded futures. Did that October 3rd, $100. That's all I put into this. My account's sitting at 1,096. Now, I've done some things over here I've not been able to replicate over on MEXC. I've been doing a lot of the same things over there. I think it's easier for me to overtrade since that one's on my phone and this one's on my computer. You can use the app on this one. I usually don't, but I honestly think that helped me. I was able to take this futures account that I've got right here from $100 to 1,063. Hard to do. Now, my strategy, if you're trying to learn crypto, if you're new to it, here's my advice for you. Start out small, $100 spot. Get comfortable with it, and once you can double that $100 to $200, do it 2 more times. After you can do that 3 times, you should have a fairly good grasp on the market. If you can do that 3 times, you might want to try futures. use that same strategy, $100, double it, get to where you can do that 3 times. Then you're starting to get a little bit more of a grasp, because it's a total different mindset. Trading futures from trading spot. Yeah, there's a huge learning curve, and and a lot of times you think you got it figured out and you don't, and it will slap you. It will knock your account down. Terrible. I've been through ups and downs on this one, but I've got this one from $100 to $1,000 now. It's a great chance for me to take this, use this as an example in live stream, how you can take small amounts of money. I want to take this $100 and I want to turn it into as much as I can. My next personal goal is $10,000. Am I going to do it on futures? Hell no. Right now, I'm taking $500 out of this, putting in the spot. We're going to grow this, focusing mostly on spot with a little bit of futures. And we're going to take this on this channel, documenting this whole process, because I want you guys to know you don't have to put your life savings into crypto to make the life-changing money. You can do it with a small amount, and actually I recommend that you do, because you're having to learn all the way. And if you can start out with $100, that's a lot cheaper than putting your life savings in and risking losing that to learn these lessons. So today here on the live stream, we're going to take care of this little guy. Now, I had about $30 over on my spot account before. I'm going to move over $500 right here. We're going to go with Tether, and we're going to do that. Make that official. We're documenting this whole process here. So I'm going to move $500 over to the spot account. Now we're going to look for some good places. Now, here are some of the coins that they have available over there. A lot of them that you see, a lot of them that we trade here on the channel. Pages and pages. Nice selection of spot over there. And we're going to start taking advantage, and we're going to take this $500 account and we're going to max it out as much as we can right here. Big Unix, great exchange, great people. I like them. Of all the people I've dealt with, these are the greatest guys. They were just cool. Some of the other exchanges, you know, either they just don't care or they're trying to pressure you to do stuff that you really don't. You know, that's just not what I do. These guys are being really cool. Just a great group of people. So I like them. They've been around for a while. Solid exchange. Links are in the description. You may see my little airplane flying around because, you know, I do like them. I do. Exchange I'm going with. And you do also see me trade on Mexi a lot. If you don't have a Mexi account, hitting that link would also help. It's right over there. Put up my little Tangomat. All right. So I'm not trying to turn this into a shield stream. If you do need a Tangent wallet, hey, code DOG can save you 10%. Guys, if you've got any coins that you want me to check out, throw them in the chat. I'm going to look at Say, because she's been popping off. She hasn't quite reached my 58-cent target there yet, but she's headed up there. That is the higher high. That's the 127. If you're in this, expect a rejection and then a steeper pullback. Say. So it popped off, baby. Let me get rid of this so we can see the beauty of this chart. She went parabolic. And here's the thing. The parabola may just be getting started. My juicy buy zone was down here, which is just, you know, I'm not even sure if that box was there, if it nicked into it or not. 2.3 cents. And then she exploded to the upside. All my targets have been met except this one up here. We're going to get rid of these guys. This one may prove to be support. I'm just going to go ahead and draw a line there for that guy. No need for you. No need for you anymore. No need for you, really. Now, let's look and see what we got going on. SEI hot coin. A little too hot to buy right now. Will it get cheaper? It might. I got a feeling the charts are telling me this one's getting ready to blast off. Let's see how accurate we can be with this. Parabolic activity. I'm looking at this a little sketchy. Higher highs, higher lows, support resistance, flips going on right here. 30 cents was a great place to be in on this. Here's what I find fascinating. This little trend line right here. try to get this as tight as I can with some candle bodies. Make sure I'm touching that candle body, touching that candle body right there. Strong trend line. I anticipate that this trend line will hold and then this thing is going to bounce up. And this 58-cent target, don't worry about it. That's one scenario. Now, if we break out into this trend line, well, then we're coming down. But it's got some very, very strong possibilities of going parabolic. Now, I think, no angle there. I like to test my angles. A few more little things here. So here's our pattern that we're breaking out of, and it's a rising broadening wedge or a bearish megaphone that we break into the outside of. If this holds, we're going, I'm getting rid of the 58 cents. I see much bigger action coming as long as this trend line holds. If this trend line holds, we may see a pullback coming back down to this area, 44 cents, maybe. The places that we can go from here will be pretty substantial. Just taking a measured move from that area gives us no justice as to where we go. That's coming in at 61 cents. I'm looking for higher. We're getting ready to move parabolic if this is playing out. Let's use our tools. Swing low, swing high, swing low. Target area 618. 2618. 3618. There we go. That easy. These are your good sell targets. There will be others in between, and we can figure those out as we work through this. But for your general outline, key points to hit, there you go. 78 cents is the one that I'm really kind of be looking at. Now, if we get a pullback to 44 cents, come up to 78 cents. Pullback coming up to 57 cents, 29% gains coming up here to 78.85 cents. 80% gains, getting up to our higher over here where I think that we're actually going to top out on this move. 127% at $1. Psychological resistance at that point also. That's what I got for you, baby. We're headed toward $1 out of SEI. Probably just a little under, probably 99 cents. Psychological resistance kind of thing. SEI looking good. Jorge Satoshi, hey, welcome to stream, man. HXD Neon. Jorge, I looked at that one last night. That was interesting. And you're right. Yeah, that was catching. I'm seeing that one catch a lot more attention. How did I think I still got it on here. I just got to remember where I put it. Was it here? No, that was okay. It was tricky for me to find. I did find it last night. Honeyland, yeah, Honeyland. Solana, right? And USDC. Did I get in on this? Looking good. I guess I didn't chart it here, did I? All right, so that looks like a 127 from this move. Are you getting rejected or are you going to make it? All right, I'm going to use the same little technique that I just used. So 1618 has basically almost been hit there. So if you're looking for some higher target areas, these guys should come into play. $32.28 and 42.25. Currently trading at 19 cents. So nice little chance to double up at that higher target there. Okay, so we're not out of the woods yet. So that trend line is being respected there, which could give us some resistance, and I'm kind of thinking it might. Because that's at our 12713. Yeah, good chance that we're actually getting a stronger pullback from there, just temporarily. So let's see. Where might you come back to? I would actually be looking at that 618. And also want to take this whole move into consideration. That's interesting. That's also coming with the 236 on that move. I like that, actually. All right, so I'm thinking this area, I'm gonna go ahead and put this area out there too as a backup. And we're on what, the 4-hour chart here? Okay, but before I do this, I do have to say one thing. Oh, well, gosh darn it. Now we gotta, just playing the pattern, we've also got to do something else here. I'm going to have 3 targets here as possibility places to get in on this, and I'll tell you the reasons behind it. The 16.64 is a great area if we are finding a bounce here and going up. If you see it bounce off of that, a good place to buy. And that means it's got some bigger plans on the way. Looking for it to come back, a possibility to come back here. But the thing is, once you get bounced, once you get rejected off the trend lines, I mean, it's normal to do one of two things. Is to come back to a point that we call, oh gosh, why did I forget it? It's a point where it comes, I can't remember the precise little term. It'll come back to me. Where you come back and find support. Not the last point of support. Gosh darn it. My recall is suffering right now for the term. But come back to a point of support in the pattern and then bounce off of that area. Now that's going to become about 11.8. So I would actually kind of pick that over this one. But what usually happens if you get rejected off the top of the channel, I mean, price usually normally will come back and bounce off the bottom. That's just what to expect. But this price right here, about just right around 12 cents, looks very interesting to me. I want to take this one off. I'm thinking those main two areas, 11.69, and the possibility of it catching a bounce at 16.54 cents. And remember, targets 32 and 42 out of that one. All right, guys, those are some of the hotties that just briefly went over today. I appreciate you for joining me and hanging out with me today. I will be back live tonight, probably about 10:30, 11 o'clock, going over our usual hotties on the nighttime, looking for those great deals, checking out some of these token metrics things, checking back on this little list of 1,000 Xers. We're going to keep doing this, and of course, trading and making money in the market, and also looking over on BitUnix Spot, trying to find some juicy setups to get there to take this bag from $533 to as high as we can do it. Show you guys how you can turn a little bit of money into, well, a lot. But I thank you for hanging out with me today, and if you don't mind,
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
help this channel reach out to a broader audience and get a little known and help some more people, makes that life-changing money. Bitcoin is the future. Crypto is the future. God said, let there be good coin, and it was good, and that will keep us in a much better financial situation for this troubled world that we're headed into over these next 5-10 years. This is going to be our answer to keep us out of that CBDC craze, or at least help us minimize it as much as possible. God bless each and every one of you. Trade carefully. I will see you guys tonight. Have a good evening. It's just down and to your left.
And you tap with your right.
Look over to the side.
Where you can join and subscribe. This crypto rival, the really drives you out. Let's hit the like button now.
Come on, come here,